Hold on. If you're collecting Social Security, you need to hear this before the holidays arrive. There's a Christmas surprise coming your way, and it could mean extra money in your pocket right when you need it most. Here's what's happening. Social Security beneficiaries are about to see some significant changes this December, and most people have no idea what's coming. We're talking about adjustments that could impact your monthly check, potential bonus payments, and updates that might change how much you receive in 2025. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this too good to be true? Well, stick with me because I'm breaking down exactly what the Social Security Administration has announced, who qualifies for these changes, and most importantly, when you can expect to see this money hit your account. Whether you're already retired, planning to retire soon, or helping a loved one navigate their benefits, this affects millions of Americans. And here's the kicker. If you don't understand these changes, you could be leaving money on the table. So what exactly is this Christmas surprise? How much could you receive? And are there any catches you need to know about? I'm revealing everything in this video, the dates, the amounts, and the insider details the SSA doesn't advertise. But before we dive in, do me a quick favor. Smash that like button right now. It helps more people discover this
starting
crucial
right
information,
here
and trust me,
and right
you'll
now,
want to share this with everyone
because
you
this
know who receives Social Security. All right, let's get straight into this because what I'm about to share with you is something that's going to impact millions of Americans, and honestly, most people have no clue this is even happening. So here's the deal. Every single year, the Social Security Administration makes adjustments to benefits based on something called the cost of living adjustment, and this year's numbers are actually pretty significant. But there's more to this story than just the standard annual increase, and that's what we really need to talk about today. Now, I want you to think about your monthly Social Security check for a moment. For most people, that money is absolutely essential. It pays for groceries, medications, utilities, rent or mortgage payments, and all the other necessities of daily life. When that amount changes, even by a small percentage, it can make a real difference in how comfortably you're able to live. And this December, beneficiaries are going to see some changes that go beyond what many people are expecting. Let me paint you a picture of what's actually happening here. The Social Security Administration has announced that beneficiaries will see an adjustment in their monthly payments starting in January, but here's where it gets interesting. Because of the way the payment schedule works, some people are actually going to receive their increased payment before the end of December. That's right, you might see this boost hit your account during the holiday season, which is why people are calling it a Christmas surprise. Imagine checking your bank account and seeing more money than you anticipated right when you're trying to buy gifts for grandkids or put together a nice holiday meal. That timing couldn't be better for a lot of families. But let's talk numbers because that's what everyone really wants to know. The adjustment that's been announced represents a meaningful increase for most beneficiaries. Now, the exact amount you'll see depends entirely on what you're currently receiving. But we're talking about real money here, not just pocket change. For someone receiving the average retirement benefit, this could translate to an additional amount each month that adds up to hundreds of dollars over the course of a year. And when you're living on a fixed income, every single dollar counts. Here's something really important that a lot of people don't realize. This adjustment isn't just for retirement benefits. If you're receiving disability benefits through Social Security, you're getting this increase too. The same goes for survivor benefits. Essentially, if you're getting any kind of monthly payment from Social Security, you're going to see this adjustment reflected in your check. That means we're talking about approximately 70 million Americans who are going to be affected by this change. That's a massive number of people, and yet so many of them have no idea what's coming. Now, I want to address something that I know is on a lot of people's minds. Whenever there's talk about Social Security changes, people get nervous. They start wondering if their benefits are being cut, if there are new requirements they need to meet, or if they're going to have to jump through hoops to get what they're entitled to. Let me put your mind at ease right now. This is not a cut. This is an increase. You don't have to apply for it. You don't have to call anyone. You don't have to fill out any forms. This adjustment happens automatically for everyone who's currently receiving benefits. The Social Security Administration handles all of this behind the scenes, and the increased amount will simply show up in your payment without you having to do anything at all. But here's where things get a little bit complicated, and this is important to understand. The way Social Security payments are distributed isn't the same for everyone. Some people get their checks on the 3rd of the month, while others receive theirs on the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th Wednesday, depending on their birth date. This staggered payment schedule means that different people are going to see this increase at slightly different times. If you're someone who receives your payment early in the month, you might see the adjustment reflected sooner than someone who gets paid later in the month. It's not that anyone's being treated differently or unfairly, it's just the way the system is set up to handle distributing billions of dollars to millions of people efficiently. Let me tell you about something else that's happening that not everyone is aware of. Along with this adjustment to monthly benefits, there are also changes happening to the maximum taxable earnings limit. Now, if you're already retired and collecting benefits, this particular change doesn't directly affect you. But if you're still working and paying into Social Security, or if you have adult children who are working, this is worth understanding. The amount of earnings that are subject to Social Security taxes is going up, which means higher earners will be paying more into the system. Why does this matter to you as a beneficiary? Because these contributions are what fund Social Security, and ensuring the program remains solvent is crucial for everyone who depends on these benefits now and in the future. There's also something happening with Medicare that ties into all of this, and I think it's worth mentioning because so many Social Security beneficiaries are also enrolled in Medicare. The standard Medicare Part B premium amount is also being adjusted, and for most people, this premium is automatically deducted from their Social Security check. What this means is that while your gross Social Security payment is going up, you also need to be aware that your Medicare premium might be changing too. For some people, the increase in Social Security will be partially offset by an increase in their Medicare premium. Now, before you get discouraged, here's the good news. For most beneficiaries, the Social Security increase is larger than any Medicare premium increase, which means you'll still see a net gain in the amount that actually gets deposited into your bank account. But it's important to understand both sides of this equation so you're not surprised when you see the final number. Let me share something with you that I think demonstrates why these annual adjustments are so critical. Over the past few years, we've all experienced significant increases in the cost of everyday items. Go to the grocery store and you'll see that your cart costs considerably more than it did a few years ago. Gas prices have fluctuated dramatically. Housing costs, whether you're renting or paying a mortgage, have gone up in most parts of the country. Utility bills are higher. Healthcare costs continue to rise. When you're living on a fixed income and all of these expenses keep climbing, it can feel like you're slowly being squeezed. That's exactly why these cost of living adjustments exist. They're designed to help your benefits keep pace with inflation so that your purchasing power doesn't erode over time. Now, here's something I want to emphasize because it's really important. While this adjustment is helpful and necessary, it's also crucial to be realistic about what it can and cannot do. This increase is going to help, absolutely. It's going to put more money in your pocket each month, and that's significant. But it's not going to completely solve all financial challenges or suddenly make everything affordable again. What it does is help bridge the gap between what things cost now and what they cost when you first started receiving benefits. It's about maintaining a basic standard of living and ensuring that beneficiaries aren't falling further and further behind as prices rise. I also want to talk about something that doesn't get discussed enough, and that's the importance of planning around these changes. If you know that your monthly benefit is going to increase, this is actually a perfect opportunity to think about your budget and your financial priorities. Maybe there's a medication you've been putting off because of the cost. Maybe there's a home repair that needs to be done. Maybe you've been wanting to put a little bit extra into savings for emergencies. Whatever your situation is, knowing that this increase is coming allows you to plan ahead rather than just reacting when the money shows up in your account. Here's another angle to consider. If you have family members who are helping to support you financially, this increase might ease some of that burden. I know a lot of adult children who contribute money to help their retired parents make ends meet. If your Social Security check is going up, that might mean you need a little less help from your kids, which can benefit the entire family. Or if you're someone who likes to give gifts to grandchildren or contribute to family gatherings, Having a bit more breathing room in your budget might allow you to do that without feeling like you're sacrificing your own necessities. Now, let's talk about what you should actually do as we approach the end of the year, and this adjustment goes into effect. First and foremost, keep an eye on your bank account or wherever your Social Security payment is deposited. You should see the increased amount showing up according to your normal payment schedule. If January rolls around and you're not seeing the adjustment reflected in your payment, that's when you want to reach out to Social Security to make sure everything is processing correctly. In most cases, everything will go smoothly because this is an automatic system-wide adjustment, but it never hurts to verify. Second, when you receive your first payment with the new amount, take a look at the breakdown. You should receive a notice that explains exactly how much your new benefit amount is and how much is being deducted for Medicare premiums if applicable. This documentation is important to keep for your records. It helps you understand exactly where you stand financially and can be useful if you ever need to reference your benefit amount for any reason. Third, consider this an opportunity to review your overall financial situation. Are there areas where you could be saving money? Are there benefits or programs you might be eligible for that you're not currently taking advantage of? Sometimes a small increase in income can actually affect eligibility for certain state or local assistance programs, so it's worth being aware of how everything fits together in your particular situation. I also want to address something that comes up every single year around this time, and that's scams. Unfortunately, whenever there's news about Social Security payments or changes to benefits, scammers come out of the woodwork. You might receive phone calls from people claiming to be from Social Security saying you need to verify your information to receive the increase. You might get emails or text messages with links asking you to confirm your bank account details. Let me be absolutely clear about this. Social Security will never call you out of the blue asking for personal information. They will never ask you to pay a fee to receive your cost of living adjustment. They will never threaten to suspend your benefits if you don't provide information immediately. If you receive any communication like this, it is a scam. Do not engage with it. Do not provide any information. If you're concerned about whether a communication is legitimate, you can always call Social Security directly using the official number and speak with a representative to verify. Here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Yes, there is a Christmas surprise coming for Social Security beneficiaries, and it's a positive one. Your monthly benefit is going up, and that increase is going to provide some real financial relief as you head into the new year. This isn't something you need to worry about or stress over. It's not complicated, it's not conditional. It's simply an adjustment that happens every year to help ensure that Social Security benefits maintain their value in the face of rising costs. For millions of Americans, this increase is going to make a genuine difference in their quality of life, and that's something worth celebrating. The bottom line is this: you've earned these benefits through years of hard work and contributions to the Social Security system. This adjustment is part of how the program is designed to work, ensuring that the support you receive remains meaningful over time. As we head into the holiday season and a new year, having a bit more financial stability is something we can all appreciate. So keep an eye on that payment, understand what's changing and why, and know that this is one less thing you need to worry about during an already busy time of year. Your benefits are increasing, it's happening automatically, and you deserve every penny of it.